How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. Yep, said that right. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and like magic, with a quick shave, I look fucking 8 years younger. Holy shit. But today, we have a thrash metal collection update, so we're getting things back on track to the usual stuff around here. So, got some cool things here, got some new wave of old school thrash metal, got some actual old school thrash metal, and got some in between. So let's check out what we got. First up is Ultraviolence with their new album from 2018, recorded around July, or came out around July, I mean. Operation Misdirection. Very cool artwork, love the green logo. Would love it if it focused, but probably not going to, so whatever. That's the back. If you don't know Ultraviolence, they're a pretty sick new wave of old school thrash metal band from Italy that started in 2009. I recently showed off their Wild Crash EP, which is like their first release basically. But yeah, this is the third album in their discography. I need to pick up the first two albums so I can get the in-between shit of this. But yeah, this, basically, I could jump from Wild Crash straight to this and not really notice too much of a difference. They have basically the same sound going on in this than they did their first EP, and it's great. I love the vocals, I love the guitar riffs, the drumming's excellent. It's just pretty much top-notch new wave of old school thrash. So if you have not heard of Ultraviolence and you like thrash, do yourself a favor and check these guys out. Whether it be their first EP or their new album, it's all going to pack the same kind of punch and just packed full of tasty fucking riffs. So yeah, check it out. Ultraviolence with Operation Misdirection. Next is something really cool that my buddy Azeg from Azeg's Abyss kind of turned me on to. It's gonna be a thing now, bud. Sorry, every time I mention Cemetery Lust, I'm gonna have to rub my nipples. So here we go. Cemetery Lust's second album with Orgies of Abomination. And I don't know, I think with a name like Cemetery Lust and an album called Orgies of Abomination, I think nipple rubbing is quite fair to do. Not just because it's hilarious and goes with like the themes of this band, but also just because this is a really, really good band, and it's jammed full of crazy, crunchy grooviness that just you'd want in a kind of off-the-wall, different thrash band, because they're not just thrash. They got a little bit of black metal in there. They got a little bit of grind. These guys must have been hella bored up in Oregon, USA, because they make some really just off-the-wall, eccentric kind of thrash metal. Just look at that artwork. Like, goddamn, dude. But yeah, so they started in 2009. This is their second album. They have 3 out. I showed off their most recent one, Rotting in Piss, like either last thrash update or the one before that. I don't know if there's anything behind this, not really. But yeah, really good stuff. Just really kind of grimy, sleazy, blackened, grindy thrash. Just highly recommend them. But yeah, that's Cemetery Lust with Orgies of Abomination, their second album from 2014. Alright, next. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get another album by these guys, but these guys just are probably one of my top 5 thrash bands of all time. Even with listening to all the new stuff I've been getting around to, they're still amazing. Joel Grind's the man. Got a signature up there. So, obviously, I needed to get to more toxic fucking Holocaust. Now, this is his second album, sorry, from 2005 called Hell on Earth. Got some pretty sick-looking zombie artwork there. Love the yellow and pinks and just neat colors going on. That glare is just fucking my ass. There we go. Better. So, yeah. I probably don't need to tell you much about Toxic Holocaust. Joel Grind is pretty well known in like the thrash and blackened thrash scene. But if for whatever you don't know, he started in 1999, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, I think, USA. This is the second album. Just fantastic stuff. A little bit of a step up from the first album, Evil Never Dies. And it's kind of sort of inching closer to what he did on Consciousness. I don't know, the fucking latest album. But yeah, really, really good stuff. There's apparently some EPs that were kind of surrounding this as well. Nothing on the back, so I don't know why they made it a clear tray, but hey. Definitely glad to get another Toxic Holocaust CD under my belt and in my fucking collection. Never Stop the Massacre, Burn, Death Camp, Metallic Crucifixion, Arise from the Cemetery, Thrashing Death. Just a lot of great stuff. Just toxic fucking thrash metal at its best. With, like I said, just kind of like some blackened elements as well. So it's not just 100% thrash. It's got that like dark feeling, and his vocals are just outstanding. So yeah, happy to have that album in my collection finally. And going back to some origins of thrash, some like original OG fucking dudes, here is some Teutonic German thrash masters, fucking Creator. This is their fucking hard book remasters with that blood splattered remaster thing slapped on it. Some people don't like it. I don't mind it. I think it's a cool font. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm not one for digibooks, but like the hard pack or the hard digibook is, you know, at least not those thin shitty things that deteriorate sitting on your shelf. So at least there's that. Great German thrash. Started in 1984. Excellent third album from 1987. I definitely need to get my ass up to date with this band, getting a lot more of these CDs if and when I can, you know, scrape some shekels together. Get Pleasure to Kill next. The second album would be nice. For some reason, when I ordered this, I thought this was their third album because I'm a fucking bonehead. But I like this one a little bit better than Pleasure to Kill. So, hey, win-win, I guess, but I still need to pick that up. And then, you know, eventually start getting their later albums kind of all over the place. When I started collecting these guys' discography, I got the first album, and then I got the fourth album, and then I got the fucking new album, Gods of Violence, and now I'm getting this. So I'm jumping all over the place, but I kind of want to like back up and be like, whoa, let's get the first shit and then work up to the new shit. So yeah, next one of these is going to be the Pleasure to Kill one. For whatever reason you haven't listened to Terrible Certainty, it's great. Like the first 4 Creator albums are worth like every penny. So go get yourself a copy if you're into thrash. Don't be afraid to delve into some German thrash. A lot of great thrashes in Germany and Italy. Don't just stick to the Bay Area. Don't just stick to the, you know, East Coast. Is that the same thing? I don't know directions. But don't just stick to the West and East Coast. Also, come check out my my thrash metal promotion page with Nick, Azeg, and Dave and Devilment. We're running Ballistic Thrash Attack on Facebook. We're trying to promote thrash bands and whatever. If you've got a thrash band, make sure your ass is in the comments letting me know, and we'll help promote you the best we can. If you don't sound like a pile of dog shit, that is. Which, I listen to black metal, so I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, so Creator. Terrible Certainty. Fantastic fucking album. And last but not least, and getting me into that 10-minute mark, is this band, which I didn't know if I was going to pick up or not, but I give them a second listen, and I'm like, alright, I guess I should pick this up. So this is kind of going a little bit further in the timeline, past 1987. This is 1989, with Evil Dead's first album, Annihilation of Civilization. That artwork is just... the saturation on there and the contrast is way too high. I mean, I like contrast when it comes to colors and artwork, but why does he look like a fucking Dorito? He looks like, I don't know, an 80-year-old Donald Trump without his MAGA hat on and without pants, so that's fucking scary. So anyways, I think it's funny that he's wearing a Club Dead towel around his neck. That's amusing. And then all these chicks look like they're ghouls from Fallout. So there's that. Anyways, if you don't know who Evil Dead are, they are an LA thrash metal band from California that started in 1986. They got an EP prior to this that's called Rise Above, which I probably will track down eventually because it might be a little bit better than this. And they also have a second album, so the one after this, called The Underworld, released 2 years later in 1991. So they don't really have that much of a discography. They got an EP, this, and then a second album, and then they fucked off. I don't know where they fucked off to, but I don't know. Let me know what happened to Evil Dead in the comment section if you know, because I haven't really researched that part, and they're not terrible. They're if I had to give this album a quick rating out of 10, it'd be like a 6.5, just because I feel the drumming could have been a little bit more outstanding, and mixed better maybe, because it sounds like a bag of potatoes. Like it sounds like it's just they're hitting sandbags with the kick drums. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And the vocalist, he's turned down a teeny bit in the mix, and he sounds like he has potential to just really fucking give her, but he doesn't. He just you know, just monotone speaks out the fucking words, maybe just adds a teeny bit of like aggressive thrash vocals behind it, and that's it. He sounds like he's just walking through these tracks, and I feel like with the guitaring that's going on, these deserve more than just walking through the tracks. Like, damn, this guy could really let loose, or at least he should, and this would sound a hell of a lot better. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section below. Am I just being a picky bitch, or do you find that the vocals are a little weak on this? Like, do you feel like there could have been a little bit more oomph put into it? I don't know. I feel like it could. But it's also worth purchasing because, like I said, it's a 6.5. Like, if you can get over the sandbaggy sounding kick drums and the kind of weak vocal delivery, there's some gold in this. There's some excellent drumming patterns and abilities, and there's some excellent riffs on here. So don't pass this up. It is kind of just your average thrash for the most part, but there, like I said, there is some gold hidden in here, and that's why I bought it. And I'm probably going to track down the other ones as well, because Evil Dead is a little underrated, I think. And they you know, they did put the time and effort into recording this shit. They were around for a few years, and I think they do deserve a little bit of a spotlight, maybe a little less, you know, sunlight, because goddamn, dude's a fucking Dorito. But yeah, don't be afraid to check out Evil Dead. Annihilation of Civilization is pretty good, but maybe check out the Rise Above EP first, and I'm going to go check out the Underworld album from '91. So yeah, let me know what you think of Evil Dead. That is the end of this collection update. I hope you enjoyed. I hope maybe you haven't heard of one of these and maybe go check them out, because that's what this channel's about. It's about showing you guys new shit that I've got in hopes that you check it out and enjoy it, and maybe find your new favorite band. Maybe I inspire you to check out a new genre, because I mean, this channel is called The Black Metal Rebellion, but you know, if you're into black metal, you should like first wave black metal, and that's basically thrash and death metal sprinkled into this lo-fi little grinder, and then that just eventually became black metal. So maybe you'll be a little bit more inspired to check out thrash, and then hopefully, if you check out enough thrash, you'll be inspired to check out maybe some crossover thrash and eventually get into punk. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, because yeah, punk is awesome. So hey, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. For Glory, for the Rebellion, Slimerella out. Let me know if you've heard of any of these albums. Let me know if you have any of these albums. Have a good one.